Shalom Aleichem, everyone. We're continuing Hachzeg's learning of the Pele Yoetz, day number 49. We are in the chapter here of Chizuk, of the strength and the support that you are giving to Torah, to the scholars that are learning. And we spoke about yesterday this idea of the Yisachar Zvulun deal, where one person goes out to the fields and they work, and they make the money, and Yisachar sits and he learns Torah. And you who are supporting the Talmid Chacham, Yisachar, you Zvulun, you're going to receive reward, just reward as a result of the support that you're giving him to be able to sit and to learn. So the Pele Yoetz still cautions today the following. A Talmid Chacham that has even a little bit of his own money, it's better that he should just learn how to exist on a little bit and get all the benefits. And he should not want to take money or to sell off his chelik, his portion in the Torah, because nothing can be comparable to the great reward and the great value that there is in the Torah. Which means the Pele Yoetz, who's going to go on to explain over here, that when you accept money for your learning, somebody else is supporting you, they are getting a portion of your reward. And how can you compare the reward of learning Torah to the money that you're going to get in giving up your reward? V'ayim Bezar HaKodesh, it says in the Zohar the following. Be'uvda the Rabbi Yossi ben Pazi, there was a Maisa story that took place with one of the sages by the name of Rabbi Yossi ben Pazi, Sheichzer HaPaz Le'ashir. Apparently he was given a large amount of fine gold from a wealthy man, and suddenly he realized he doesn't want to have this money, this gold from somebody else, and so he returned the gold to the wealthy person. Ba'amru, and he said, Ki divrei Torah nechmadim mizav upaz. We know that the words of Torah are more nechmad, they are more pleasant and more beloved than gold and fine gold ayin sham. Take a look over there. Says the Pele Yoetz, if you look in the Zohar, what do you see? There was this fellow by the name of Rabbi Yossi ben Pazi. He took a lot of money, gold, from somebody else to support himself. He says, you know what? There's nothing better than the gold. There's nothing better than Torah. Torah is more than gold and fine gold. You know what? Take back your money. I'm going to learn Torah based on whatever money I have to provide for myself. I'm not giving up the reward of the Torah. Ubevadai. Shim yigara achatzi michelko lo'elam haba v'yinasim li'ashir nimsa sh'adam l'chacham oisech alivin roim. And certainly, says the Pele Yoetz, if it works out that you end up losing out as a Talmid Chacham, you have to give up half of your portion of the Torah that you learned, and the reward is going to go to the person that's supporting you. You made a very bad deal. Because 1 hour, 1 moment of Kars Ruach, of the pleasantness of the world to come, is greater mikol chay olam hazeh than all of the life in this world. So good, you got money, and you can have put more food on the table and pay for the air conditioning and the electric bills and drive a good car and still learn Torah. Yeah, but in the world to come, every ounce of Torah that you learned over here and all the reward that you want, that you earn for yourself, that's going to be much greater than the fact that you had to split up half to somebody else. Says the Pele Yoetz further, and if you would like to try to explain that really Yisachar that's learning the Torah is not going to lose out any of his reward, because it's like lighting one candle from another one. And therefore, I'm learning Torah, I have all the light myself, and I'm lighting the flame of the supporter that I have. He's also getting benefits over there. So I don't lose anything, and he only gains. Says the Pele Yoetz, Hadavar Kasha, very difficult to understand. If that would be the case, that someone learns Torah under pressure, in difficult situations and circumstances, financially and the like, he has the same reward as someone who learned with everything he needs, comforts and luxuries and food and everything that's on the plate. The person who's pushing himself to learn, he's going to get the same reward as someone who has it easy. The heart hesitates to say such a thing. We know that it says the fum tsara agra. According to the effort that you expend, that's going to be the reward. If I'm living b'doichek, if I'm living without much financially over here, that means every day of my life is a struggle. And if I sit and I learn Torah, even though I'm struggling in this physical world, so my reward's going to be greater. So says the Pele Yoetz, how can you say then that a person who learns and he's being supported by somebody else, that it's just like he's giving over the abilities to have the reward, but he keeps everything for himself? Doesn't work, says the Pele Yoetz. Especially when we see the words of the Zohar over here, that he was willing to give back all the gold so he shouldn't lose an ounce of his reward. And the Paiskim, the Allah authorities write the same thing. Somebody who learns and he gets paid for his learning, he doesn't fulfill the mitzvah to be engaged in the deep, stark learning of the Torah every day and night, because he's getting paid and he's getting benefits, and therefore it takes away from the quality of his learning. So the Pele Yoetz says, but wait a second, there would be one way that a Talmid Chacham can have some extra money in his life, and that is if somebody wants to give you a gift of money. I'm not supporting you, the rich man says. I'm not your Zavulin. I just would like to give you a gift. Maybe it'll make your life easier. Then that money he should take. Says the Pele Yoetz, but if I take it as a gift, it's a benefit because he's not becoming my partner in my Torah. He's just facilitating with the money that he's giving me that I should be able to learn Torah. So it's good for me. I have what I need. And it's good for him. He's going to get a schos that he provided a Talmid Chacham with the money that he needed to be able to learn better. But if, in fact, it's a Yisachu Zvulin, it is a contract and an agreement that we are making with each other, that I'm going to give you part of my reward, or maybe even majority of my reward, do not be willing, do not accept such an agreement. You're like a person who's giving gold and pearls in exchange for lead and dirt and dust. Why would you do such a thing? And therefore, says the Pele Yoetz, if you could afford not to be a Yisach and Zavulun Jew, and you support yourself with whatever means you have, that will be much, much better. Now, it should be noted that there's other Rishonim who learn not like this, and that Yisach and Zavulun means that I will support the person who's sitting and learning Torah. The person who's learning will receive all of his reward for the Torah that he's learning, and I too, I'm the beneficiary over here, the benefactor, because I'm supporting him. I'm also going to receive like an equal amount of the reward that he got for his learning. And I'm not taking away from him, and I'm getting for myself. So all the questions of Pele Yoetz, maybe you'll have to ask over there, but just that you know there are other opinions in such a case. However, if you cannot provide for your needs in any other way, we know if there's no wheat, if there's no money, there's no Torah. And at the end, if you have no money, how are you going to survive? You'll end up being batal, you'll nullify, you'll abandon the Torah, and you'll end up causing sin for yourself. Then that person, he should accept the money as Yisach and Zavulun. Not only should he be willing to give up half of his portion in the world to come, even if he has to give up every ounce of reward in the world to come. Amar Yoimar Ha'eved Haneman, this faithful servant should say, I love my master, the Rebbeinu Shalom. 1 hour of Torah and Ma'asim Tov in this world is better. Be Yishuv, if I can do it calmly because I have the money that I need, so that I can serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu properly. And it's it's to serve HaKadosh Baruch Hu in this world properly and to be able to give Hashem nachas ruach in this world is better than all of the life in the world to come. What does the whole world to come matter to me? Nothing in comparison to knowing that I'm learning and learning and learning and learning and steiging and growing and getting close to Hashem. That's nachas ruach to Hashem. Every ounce that I do in this world is worthwhile. Those that search and seek out HaKadosh Baruch Hu, they will never be lacking anything. And therefore, if in fact somebody needs to support me, I'll take it happily. I have to give up and forfeit my reward according to the Pele Yoetz. I'll do it because I know that every moment of Avodas Hashem, every word of Torah that I learn in this world is automatic and instantaneous gratification and pleasure and nachas ruach to the Rabbi Shalom, something that I cannot achieve in the world to come, and therefore I'm willing to forfeit the world to come for the Olam, for this world, Olam Hazeh, a world that is filled with the Gisa B'Yom V'Layla, learning Torah day and night, Be'ez Hashem. All the best.